Good afternoon and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day number 187, part 1. Use the Sefer Hachinuch mitzvah that keeps your soul in its way, new mitzvah. Also found in the third book, Vayikra Parshas Acharei Mois. The mitzvah is entitled, The Obligation to Cover the Blood After Slaughtering. Now, we're not talking about all animals, as we'll see. Says the verse, any man of the children of Israel and of the proselyte who dwells among them, who will trap a prey of wild animal or fowl that may be eaten, and he will spill its blood, he shall cover it with earth. So again, it has to be a wild animal or fowl. Let's see. We are commanded to cover the blood after slaughtering a wild animal, chaya in Hebrew, or fowl. As it is stated, we just read it, who will trap a wild animal or fowl that may be eaten, and he will spill its blood, he shall cover it with earth. Among the underlying purposes of the mitzvah is that since the life force of an animal is dependent upon the blood, as we have stated regarding the prohibition of eating blood, that was Mitzvah 148 if you remember, it is therefore appropriate to cover the life force, i.e. the blood, and conceal it from the eyes of those who might see it before we eat the meat. For were we not to do so, we would acquire a degree of cruelty in our souls, not only by actually consuming the blood, as was stated in Mitzvah 148, but even by this action of eating the meat of the animal while the life force of the animal in the form of its blood is spilled upon the earth in our presence. While the above concept pertains to all animals, the mitzvah to cover the blood does not apply to domestic animals, i.e., he doesn't say it, but sheep, goat, cows, but only to chayas and fowl. The Chinuch explains the reason for this exception. Regarding behemoths, again, sheep, goat, cows, bull, however, we were not commanded to cover their blood, because the blood of behemoths is designated for sacrifice use as atonement for our souls. And when the animal is slaughtered as an offering, it is impossible to cover its blood as it is used in the sacrificial service. That being the case, the Torah did not want to distinguish for us with regard to this mitzvah between consecrated behemoths that are used for offerings, where the blood cannot be covered, and unconsecrated behemoths, where it can, right? So you might say, well, okay, what about if I want to eat a sheep? So then can I cover the blood? No, we're not going to do it because we're not going to distinguish. Fine. The Torah therefore exempted all behemoths from this mitzvah, whereas chayos, again, the wild animals, which cannot be brought as offerings, are included. And although in the general category of fowl, there are some species that are also brought as offerings upon the altar, i.e. turtle doves and pigeons, that is not enough of a reason to exempt all fowl from this mitzvah, as it is only a small amount of all fowl species that are brought, and the Torah is never concerned with a small amount. The Torah therefore obligated us to cover the blood of all unconsecrated fowl. And we will continue with this mitzvah, God willing, tomorrow. Thanks for listening to the sponsor of your mitzvah 36. 100 for the gold. Have a wonderful day.